What if I told you that the simple ritual you perform every single night right before you climb into bed, something you've likely done for decades without a second thought, is actually the silent thief of your longevity? If you are over the age of 60, there is one specific habit that most people consider relaxing or even healthy, but the latest clinical research suggests it might be doing more damage to your heart, your brain, and your metabolic health than almost anything else you do during the day. I'm not talking about looking at your phone or drinking a glass of wine, although those aren't great either. I'm talking about a mistake so common that nearly 80% of seniors are making it right now, and by the time you finish this video, you're going to understand exactly why you need to stop doing it tonight if you want to protect your independence and your health as you age. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we focus on the real hard science of aging. No fluff, no miracle cures, and definitely no nonsense. We look at the data to find out how you can live a longer, stronger, and more vibrant life after 60. Today, we are diving into the golden hour, that window of time right before sleep, and why it becomes a biological danger zone once you cross into your 60s. Statistics tell us a sobering story. According to recent data from the National Institutes of Health, over 50% of adults over 60 suffer from chronic sleep fragmentation. But here is the kicker. It's not just about being tired. Poor sleep hygiene in your 60s is directly correlated with a 30% increase in the risk of developing dementia and a staggering 40% increase in the risk of cardiovascular events. In the United States, nearly 30 million seniors are living with some form of metabolic dysfunction, and much of it can be traced back to what happens in the 3 hours before their head hits the pillow. Let's get straight to the heart of the matter. The number one thing you must never do before bed after age 60 is consuming a high-protein or high-fat nightcap snack, particularly those containing hidden sugars or processed dairy. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I need a little something to keep my blood sugar stable, or my doctor told me to get more protein. While protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass, which we lose at a rate of about 1% to 2% per year after age 50, the timing is everything. When you eat a heavy snack close to bedtime, you are forcing your body into a state of metabolic conflict. Your brain is trying to trigger power down mode, lowering your core body temperature and releasing melatonin. However, your digestive system is hitting the power up button to process those calories. For a 20-year-old, the body handles this conflict with ease. But for someone over 60, your metabolism is naturally slower. Digestion takes longer. Gastrointestinal motility, the speed at which food moves through your system, decreases significantly with age. When food sits in your stomach while you are lying flat, it triggers a cascade of issues. First, there's the obvious risk of acid reflux or GERD. Statistics show that roughly 40% of seniors experience nighttime reflux, which can cause microaspirations, tiny amounts of stomach acid entering the lungs, leading to chronic cough and respiratory issues. But the deeper invisible problem is what this does to your heart. When you digest a large meal, your heart rate increases to pump blood toward your digestive tract. Research published in the Journal of the American Heart Association shows that late-night eating can prevent the natural dipping of blood pressure that should happen during sleep. In healthy aging, your blood pressure should drop by about 10% to 20% at night. If you eat a heavy snack after 8-9 p.m., that drop doesn't happen. You become what doctors call a non-dipper, and non-dippers have a significantly higher risk of stroke and heart failure. But let's look at the brain, because this is where the newest research is truly terrifying. Your brain has a waste clearance system called the glymphatic system. Think of it like a dishwasher for your neurons. It only turns on during deep, slow-wave sleep. Its job is to wash away toxic proteins, including the amyloid beta plaques we've discussed in previous videos regarding Alzheimer's. If your body is busy digesting food and keeping your core temperature high, you struggle to enter that deep sleep phase. You essentially leave the dishwasher off. Over years, those toxins build up. Now, I want to talk about the competitor habit, the things people do because they think they are helping. Many seniors reach for a healthy evening snack like a bowl of cereal, a piece of fruit, or a granola bar. If you are over 60, these are often sugar bombs that spike your insulin. As we age, our insulin sensitivity naturally declines. A spike in insulin right before bed blocks the release of growth hormone. Why does that matter? Because growth hormone is your repair hormone. It's what heals your muscles, repairs your skin, and keeps your bones strong. By eating that healthy granola bar, you are effectively turning off your body's ability to repair itself overnight. So, if you shouldn't eat a heavy snack, what about that evening glass of wine or that nightcap to help you fall asleep? This is another massive mistake people ignore. Alcohol is a sedative, yes, but it is a fake sleep. It induces alpha-delta activity in the brain, which means you are technically unconscious, but your brain is actually in a state of high arousal. You skip the restorative REM sleep entirely. For a senior, this is devastating. REM sleep is where we process emotions and consolidate memories. Skipping it leads to brain fog the next morning, which many people mistake for just getting older. It's not aging, it's the glass of wine. Let's look at the numbers. A study of over 2,000 seniors found that even one alcoholic drink before bed reduced sleep quality by 24%. If you're already struggling with age-related insomnia, you are essentially pouring gasoline on a fire. Now let's pivot to the solution. I'm not here to just tell you what not to do. I want to give you a roadmap for a longevity night routine that will actually make you feel 10 years younger within a month. The first rule is the 3-hour wall. Your last calorie of the day should be consumed at least 3 hours before your head hits the pillow. If you plan to sleep at 10 p.m., the kitchen is closed at 7 p.m. This gives your insulin levels time to return to baseline and allows your stomach to empty. If you absolutely must have something because of a medical condition or genuine hunger, choose a biohack snack, a small handful of walnuts or a few olives. These are high in healthy fats that don't spike insulin and contain melatonin precursors that actually help you sleep. Beyond the 3-hour wall, we need to address a phenomenon that many seniors ignore: evening microinflammation. When you eat late, your body produces more cytokines, which are small proteins used in cell signaling, but can also trigger systemic inflammation. In your 60s, you are already battling inflammaging, the age-related increase in chronic low-grade inflammation. By adding a late-night meal, you are literally fueling the fire that causes joint pain when you wake up. Imagine your joints as rusty hinges. If you don't give the body time to clear metabolic waste, those hinges stay stiff. This is why that 7 p.m. cutoff isn't just about weight. It's about mobility. The second part of the routine involves temperature. Your body needs to drop its core temperature by about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate deep sleep. As we age, our internal thermostat, the hypothalamus, becomes less efficient. This is why many seniors feel cold during the day, but get hot flashes or night sweats at night. To fix this, try taking a warm bath or shower about 90 minutes before bed. It sounds counterintuitive, but the warm water brings the blood to the surface of your skin. When you get out, that heat rapidly dissipates, causing your core temperature to plummet, which signals to your brain that it's time to sleep. Let's dig deeper into the science of that temperature drop. Research from the University of Tokyo suggests that for those over 60, the core body temperature stays elevated for much longer after a meal compared to younger adults. If you eat at 9 p.m., your core temperature might not drop to sleep optimal levels until 3 a.m. That means you are missing out on 5 hours of peak restorative sleep. You might be in bed, but your biology is still in the afternoon phase. By shifting your schedule, you align your internal rhythm with the external clock, allowing for a seamless transition into the repair phase. Third, we have to talk about light. We've all heard about blue light from screens, but for seniors, the stakes are higher. Your eye's ability to perceive light changes with age. The lens is yellow and the pupils get smaller, meaning you actually need more light during the day to stay alert, but you are more sensitive to the wrong light at night. Use amber or warm bulbs in your bedroom. This triggers the natural release of melatonin. Research shows that seniors who switch to warm lighting in the evening experience a 15% improvement in sleep latency. That's how fast you fall asleep. Think of melatonin as a fragile messenger. It starts being produced as soon as the sun goes down, but it is easily scared off by bright overhead lights. When you walk into a bright bathroom to brush your teeth at 9:30 p.m., you are effectively telling your brain that the sun has risen. This causes a sudden surge in cortisol, your alertness hormone, which is exactly the opposite of what you need. Consider using low-level motion sensor nightlights that are amber-toned for your bathroom trips. This keeps the sleep messenger active and ensures that even if you wake up, you can fall back into deep sleep quickly. Let's talk about the specific groups affected by this. If you are a woman over 60, your post-menopausal drop in estrogen makes you even more susceptible to the bone-thinning effects of poor sleep. Deep sleep is when bone remodeling happens. If you're eating late and ruining your sleep, you are indirectly weakening your skeleton. For men, poor sleep at this age is a primary driver of low testosterone, which leads to muscle wasting and fatigue. It is also important to address the psychological aspect. Many of us use that late-night snack or that late-night TV show as a way to cope with loneliness or anxiety. But notice the cycle. The habit causes poor sleep. Poor sleep causes increased cortisol, the stress hormone, and increased cortisol makes you more anxious the next day. You are caught in a physiological loop. Breaking the habit of the late-night do isn't just about physical health. It's about reclaiming your mental clarity. This is often where people fail. They try to fix the anxiety with a pill, but the anxiety is being manufactured by their evening schedule. By reclaiming your golden hour, you give your nervous system the chance to reset. I want to touch on something that Dr. Richard Ben often discusses, which is the concept of microcirculation. When you are sedentary in the evening and then go straight to bed after eating, your blood becomes sluggish. It's thicker due to the fats and sugars from your meal. In seniors whose arteries may already have some level of stiffness or plaque, this is the perfect recipe for a midnight cardiovascular event. In fact, statistics show that the risk of a heart attack is highest in the early morning hours, often triggered by the metabolic stress of the night before. Furthermore, let's discuss the kidney burden. As we age, our kidney function naturally declines. When you eat or drink significantly before bed, you are forcing your kidneys to work overtime while you sleep. This is why many seniors find themselves getting up 3 or 4 times a night to use the restroom. Each time you wake up, you reset your sleep cycle. You never get back into that deep dishwasher stage of sleep we talked about earlier. By cutting off food and heavy fluids by 7 p.m., you give your kidneys time to process that load while you are still awake, leading to fewer interruptions and better heart health. So here is your challenge for the next 7 days. 1. Stop all eating by 7 p.m. Drink only water or herbal, non-caffeinated tea like chamomile or peppermint after that. 2. No screens for 60 minutes before bed. Read a physical book, listen to a podcast, or try a guided meditation. 3. Lower the temperature in your bedroom to 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the optimal range for the aging brain to enter deep recovery. If you do these 3 things, you will notice something incredible. Your morning stiffness will begin to fade. Why? Because systemic inflammation drops when you aren't digesting all night. Your brain fog will lift because your glymphatic system finally got to do its job. You'll find you have more energy for your grandkids, your hobbies, and your exercise routine. You might also notice a change in your mood. When your brain is properly cleaned of metabolic waste, you are more resilient to the stresses of the day. You'll find that the little things that used to bother you, traffic, a rude clerk, a late bill, don't hit as hard. This is the sleep shield in action. It is a biological defense mechanism that you lose when you engage in that late-night eating habit. Beyond these tangible benefits, there is a profound long-term effect on your cellular health known as autophagy. This is your body's way of cleaning out damaged cells to make room for newer, healthier ones. Research suggests that an empty stomach at night triggers this cellular renewal process more effectively. By avoiding that 9 p.m. snack, you are essentially giving your body the all-clear signal to start its nightly construction and repair project. This is the true fountain of youth, happening at a microscopic level while you dream. By aligning your habits with these biological requirements, You aren't just sleeping. You are rejuvenating on a scale that most people never achieve. I've seen people in their 70s reverse their pre-diabetic markers simply by moving their final meal 2 hours earlier. I've seen blood pressure medication dosages reduced because of improved sleep hygiene. This isn't just lifestyle advice. This is medical intervention that you control. This is the ultimate form of self-care. It doesn't cost a dime. It requires no special equipment, and it yields results that most expensive medications can't match. I want to remind you that you are the CEO of your own health. The healthcare system is great at managing disease once it happens, but it's not always great at teaching you how to prevent it. That's what we are doing here. We are looking at the small 1% shifts that lead to a 100% difference in how you feel. Your body is a masterpiece of engineering, but at 60 and beyond, it requires a different set of maintenance rules. You can't treat it like a 20-year-old car anymore. You have to be precise. Think about your goals for the next decade. Do you want to be the senior who is vibrant, traveling, and active? Or do you want to be the one who is constantly managing mysterious aches, fatigue, and memory slips? The choice is often made in that hour before bed. Your golden hour determines your golden years. Before we wrap up, I want to address one more thing. Many people ask about supplements like melatonin. While they can be helpful, they are often used as a band-aid for bad habits. If you take melatonin but then eat a bowl of ice cream and watch the news, the supplement won't save you. Focus on the behavior first. The behavior is the medicine. Real health comes from the ground up, starting with how you treat your biology when the lights go down. If this video opened your eyes, please hit that like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this is high-quality, science-backed information that needs to reach more seniors who deserve to protect their cognitive and heart health. We are on a mission to change how the world views aging, and your support is how we do that. We want to empower millions of people to realize that aging doesn't have to mean decline. It means mastering your body's biology for a vibrant future. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a deep dive. We have upcoming videos on the best exercises for silent circulation issues and the specific superfoods that actually protect your joints after 60. We're going to look at everything from vitamin D optimization to the latest in strength training for bone density. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What is your current before-bed routine? Have you noticed that you feel worse when you eat late? Or have you already tried the 3-hour rule and seen results? I read every single comment, and our community is a place where we all learn from each other's experiences. Your story might be the inspiration someone else needs to make a life-saving change. Your golden years should actually be golden. Don't let a simple bedtime mistake steal them from you. Take care of your heart, protect your brain, and I will see you in the very next video. Sleep well tonight. The right way.